growing your mustache yet?
I mean,
fucking cop.
Chris, I'm only basically doing it to gross Kristen out.
Nice.
Nice.
It's wife spite stash.
Your wife's spite stash, yeah.
I did that we had a family reunion, so I did mutton chop handlebar combo because it's a Woodyard family reunion, so I was trying to make a W.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then all the other cousins did it that were my age, and all the wives got pissed. What the fuck is? Put them in the back of the photo. They don't get to do their dumb www thing.
Oh man, so I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like being a child of the '80s or whatever. But like I really like chops and a stash.
Yeah,
my mom
was very racist.
It's very yeah. My mom. What's the White Sox glass all about?
That's from Wrigley.
Really?
I went to let's see, in 2017. Was it 20? It was 2019. We did Milwaukee. We did the Brewers, the Cubs, and the White Sox.
Nice.
And the White Sox was actually my favorite. Stadium in Chicago. I liked it more than Wrigley because Wrigley's so old. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's definitely a 19 teens, stadium.
Sitting on the bleachers on the wood.
And there's like a beam in front of you because there's beams that come down in the middle of everything and all that. But the White
Sit down,
Sox,
honey. You're too fat to do the wave. If you and all your sisters are here, you're going to do the wave. You're going to take down the whole Section E. There won't be no Section E no more.
Be like when an earthquake happens and all the buildings go like a wave.
Yeah.
But the name of the White Sox field is no longer Wrigley. It was not Wrigley. It's no longer Comiskey.
Comiskey, yeah.
It is
no.
It is Guaranteed Rate Field.
Guaranteed Rape Field.
Dude,
that's the joke. I went to the dentist after I went to that on that trip, and I said, "Oh yeah, we went to 3 of the stadiums," and I said, "Yeah, and I actually really like the White Sox. It's called Guaranteed Rate Field." And they go, "What?" Like my dentist and the assistant were like, "What are you Guaranteed Rate Field?" And I said, I know it sounds like that, and considering the part of town it's in,
the whole field
probably it's actually might be a pretty good name.
The whole field is under the bleachers.
If it was, if it was,
there's no field.
If it was guaranteed murder field, that would definitely.
Yeah, South Side of Chicago. Hell yeah, dude.
South Side of Chicago. Yeah.
So there was a 4x4 plank on the Mopac Friday on the way to work.
Yeah,
and I know you come after I do.
On
Does
Wednesday?
he always
every time
come after you, or is it sometimes does he come
in
before?
Japan, the woman always comes first. So everybody's dodging it. It's big enough to fuck somebody up. It's a 4x4. It's a post. It was like 3 feet long in the middle of the right lane. And I was like, I wonder if I should text Donnie if he's after me to make sure that he's not on his phone.
Right.
And I saw everybody behind me go. I was watching my rearview mirror. I was like, maybe I'll get to see a motorcycle go into the air.
Yeah.
And then there were those text dot heroes in the oncoming lane the other way in front of the Air Force base. So I just called the text dot dispatcher and I was like, tell one of them dudes, there's 3 trucks over there. Tell one of them to come up and turn around and get this.
Yeah.
Whatever happened over there flung a whole piece of wood across to the other side.
Dude,
that was after I watched to make sure I didn't get to see somebody die first for a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, when I was leaving California, I went out for this this ended up being a shit show night. So I won't talk about. Well, maybe I will talk about that. But anyway, I'm on the freeway. I'm in an Uber because I know I'm going to get fucked up. So I'm like, going to Uber. I'm going to Santa Ana to visit my 2 buddies. Tie one off hard before we leave, and I'm in a great mood. And I see this. You know, in California, you can lane split. The motorcycles can lane split.
Yeah.
So I see this motorcycle fly past me, and then I see a motorcycle launch like 10 feet up into the air.
Nice.
Do a crazy drift.
Dude, this guy...
He probably died, right?
I think he died.
He burned out paradise all over there.
I think he died, like, basically right in front of me. And I was like, all right, shake it off. Walk it off. Feet shoulder width apart.
Rub some dirt in it.
Rub some dirt in it. You just got to get past the fact that you just watched a dude die.
Yeah.
And you got to go get drunk with your friends.
Yeah,
You
now it's awake.
Now it's awake. And then you got to puke in the Uber later and have to pay her a lot of money to clean it.
Did you see my email I got at work for mandatory sexual harassment training?
No.
But I tried to sign up because it's mandatory, and I went online, and they're all full except for Spanish. There's 2 Spanish ones left. And I was like, I don't want to get in trouble for microaggressions, but I really want to learn those words.
Yeah.
Because I'm fluent in Spanish except for like job-related stuff.
Right.
Like I had to learn driveway, everything, whatever, barricades.
Yeah.
But I don't know mandatory rape field or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I'm fluent in Spanish except for like rape culture.
Yeah. What did you learn today? Breaking the small. I'm just here to learn rape words.
Yeah, I want to know the words. I want to know these words in Spanish.
Rapistas.
Yeah. So we're doing an early god awful gospel hour recording today because Josh has to practice for his spot he's got this week. He's got an actual spot. He does not have a climb over the bodies of other dead open micers to get on the list.
That's pretty sweet. What is the spot?
You know how many dudes' dicks I had to suck to get this spot? It's somebody asks
add
you,
one more to the list.
somebody asks you to perform at their showcase thing instead of having to ask if you can perform. And it was at Baker Street, so it's in South Austin. So this is a mountaintop moment for me. Anything where I can get booked in South Austin and not have to park downtown and not have to wait in line or be a baby and do Easter egg hunts, that's awesome. That's pretty much my whole goal.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get famous or make money.
Honestly, this feels
get booked in South Austin.
This feels like a milestone moment, actually. Congratulations. It's pretty dope.
Oh, my buddy called.
Right back to where he was 12 years ago.
Full fucking circle. My buddy called and said, my wife wants to come, but we don't have anybody to watch
My
her.
wife wants to come too.
I know, they come last. So my wife wants to come, but we don't have a babysitter. And my kid just babysat their kid last week. And I was like, I understand your Jew games. I was born into this darkness. I know what you're trying to do. It's a school night. My kids have to go to bed. Your kid has to go to bed.
Yeah.
And I just remembered like Tom Segura talking about being in the green room in Florida when he goes back home to perform. And his auntie's like, where do we park?
Yeah.
Like everybody's reaching out to Norbert and Sonia want to come, but they don't have anybody to watch their dog.
Their
And
dog.
they're telling us about that.
No one's got to watch a goddamn dog.
No.
They can leave the dog alone for 2.5 hours at most. It's not going to be any longer than that.
Yeah.
Dude, I leave my dog alone for 2 weeks. It was like having a neighbor kid come in and throw some food at it every now and again.
So there's a man sleeping in a dumpster in downtown Austin got injured after being emptied into a garbage truck. Don't sleep on things with forklift holes in it. Don't sleep on a pallet. Don't sleep on hay next to a hay baler.
Yeah.
Don't sleep in a dumpster that's obviously
Right.
gets lifted upside down every day.
Right.
But you're betting like that it just came. I guess if it's empty, that means it got emptied recently.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to sleep in a full dumpster. I mean, do you remember that last scene in Better Call Saul where like he climbs in the dumpster?
Yeah, to try and get away from the cops.
Trying to get away from the cops.
Yeah. That's crazy. That was Carol Burnett.
Dude, Carol Burnett.
She's like 92 years old. She's great.
She was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's Carol Burnett. And my son's like, who's Carol Burnett? I was like, all right, it's time to go down a rabbit hole. Let's do this thing.
God, I was talking to my nephew, and I was listing off like 12 different movies that I'm like, you had to have seen that he's never seen. He's never seen all these different movies that are like a lot of like Adam Sandler movies and stuff. I'm like, well, you were born in 2008, right? And I'm like,
baby.
Yeah, there's so many things I must teach you.
But I feel like it's incumbent on you. I feel like something that's missing from our generation is a feeling like we can like tell kids shit that's important.
So I have a joke about that I'm going to try tonight.
Are you?
The kids that were old enough to watch Frozen when it came out are in high school now. And we're deciding on high schools, and the one that she wants to go to is the dealer high school, notoriously, and the other one's the buyer high school.
Right.
But my wife said they used to have to go to the one your kid goes to in the 90s for Coke.
Oh, well,
And all those kids grew up watching Frozen.
Yeah.
So they're going to text each other, do you want to build a snowman?
Speaking of Coke,
I heard. Speaking of being booked, we booked Martin Phillips, Aaron Cheatham, Celia Contreras, Patrick Sorois, and Heath Underhill, and Kojak Kills for the February event.
For 11 months in advance. Our booking is on top of
Donnie,
it.
it's
10 months now, isn't it? Yeah,
when they
it's
get
April,
them,
right?
I wanted to get them now
Yeah.
because I'm paying them all $100.
Yeah.
And they might be worth more then. So they commit to $100 now in the future. This is my Jew tricks.
nice.
We didn't factor in that you would become more popular over the next 10 months.
So tricky.
So I'm sorry, but we have it on paper or Instagram message.
This is going to be the worst story ever, but this happened in my hometown. There's this little lake. It's a man-made lake. It's actually a pretty big lake. Actually, it's like a mile across. But
Did you know that every single lake in Texas is man-made?
I actually,
Except for one. There's one natural
Right.
lake in Texas, but other than that, they're all.
it's
damn
up by
good rivers.
Dallas too.
I think it's
right?
up there somewhere. Yeah.
It's really cool. Actually, having my kids go to Texas public schools. I've learned so
Yeah.
much shit.
Well, we got
about
Texas history in here.
Exactly.
In 7th grade, you have to take Texas history. 'cause
Oh, yeah.
You know, we were our own. We were our own country for
Right.
12 years.
Oh,
I took it in Virginia. It was just called history.
Anyway, so there's a man-made lake.
oh yeah, man-made lake, and they booked. This is why this is a terrible story because I can't remember who it was, but they booked this country person, like a country music star, to do like or not star, like country music singer to do like a Friday night concert at the lake.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this person like blew up. They were fucking massive.
Right.
And by the time the
Was
concert,
it Morgan Wallen?
this is why this is such a.
I think Morgan
stupid-
Wallen is considered racist, but
stupid
anyway, yeah.
story. Like, because I don't remember the name of the person. That would be actually good.
What year was this?
Maybe like 2016.
2016. Yeah, it's probably one of those. Like, I don't know who the new country people are.
Yeah.
Whenever we was it last Saturday, we went to Chiaki's birthday block party birthday. Me and my old roommate did.
Oh yeah.
And I guess so. DJ, her husband, was DJing the party, and I guess people were wanting country, and he's like, "What do I play?" 'Cause he
There's
had
a
no
country
idea.
music festival happening near here in Kyle or something right now, and Ludacris is there tomorrow.
Is that country?
Yeah.
I
There,
don't
well,
know what
no,
they're-
there is.
why?
There's a
Is it
lot
because
of.
of Beyonce?
Yeah. There's a.
They're taking it all back.
Dude. Have you heard that Beyonce song?
Yeah, I heard a couple of them.
The Texas Hold'em one. That's.
I
what I'm
haven't
talking
listened to
about.
any of
I
them. I
have
just
to.
listen to what people say about them.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I don't.
But anyway, he didn't know
Sorry,
how
yeah,
to he didn't
yeah.
know what songs to play at all, and so we were like, okay, we'll play this, and everything I threw out was like from 1993, 1995, because that's what the last
That's
time to
good.
me country
Country
music
was
was
good.
really good, you know. But and then I went to, I guess there is Kristen might know about this. Josh's Kristen might know about this.
So many.
It was the Customs and Hot Rods show, the Lone Star Custom Hot Rods, Lone Star
Yeah, they do
something.
it every year, and they go up and down Congress.
And we did that on Friday because my stepsister told me, "Hey, maybe you guys should do this because my dad is here." And so we went
Jockey
up
was
and
like,
down.
"Donnie, what kind of people were there?" And he was like, "Lowriders."
"Yeah,
She was
lots
like, "Huh?"
of
She's
low
Japanese.
riders."
She didn't know what that meant. And he was like, "They're Hispanics."
Yeah. I want to sit with the Mexican peoples. Yeah. Because that's what they do is they all, large Hispanic families put their chairs out on the sides of Congress and they just watch the lowriders go.
Yeah.
And the lowriders like go up on their hydraulics like practically sideways and they pass each other all sideways and stuff. It was cool
There's
to
a lot of
watch.
dudes parked talking shit. Why you
Yeah.
got your linkage upside down like that over there?
Yeah, yeah.
Here's your problem. Hood's open, bent over, ass crack out, getting burnt.
You know, here in America,
Here in America.
Why are you using Moparts, huh? You some kind of Canadian homosexual?
so anyway, the guy blew up, and then
Oh, yeah.
what happened with his show?
Oh well, that was the thing. He blew up, and like the whole fucking state turned
Yeah.
out for this like rinky-dink
was
show.
it a free show or did you pay for it or? Like,
It's a free show for like members of the lake,
oh, okay, yeah.
but you could watch the show for free, like on
Yeah.
the public streets above the lake.
Okay.
And so it just turned out to be like 100,000 people turned out for this thing that like 75 people
Right.
normally turn out for. It was totally fucking.
Speaking
nuts.
of guys blowing up, the guy set himself on fire in front of
I saw that.
the Trump trial.
I saw that.
They kept putting pictures up, and I was like, it's not a picture of a guy burning unless I can see a man figure. Because
Right.
after a certain amount of time, it's just
Yeah.
a fire.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like a big fucking bonfire.
No, if you know
Show
where to
me an
look,
arm. I need to see a head.
if you know where to look, I got a picture. I found a picture of them hauling the guy off, and his nose was gone, his ears were practically gone.
He's all right?
I was like, that guy's dead. And then of course, they can keep you alive for a couple days, but he eventually died. And it turns out that the guy posted in all of my favorite subreddits.
Nice.
He talked about Chapo Trap House,
Come
Come
Town,
Town,
yeah.
Red Scare.
Oh.
He's on a very specific subreddit that I like to go to that is kind of like leftists talking shit about identity politics. It's called Stupid Poll, like idpol, identity politics, but Stupid Poll.
Yeah.
And he just posted schizo shit. He was absolutely crazy. He thought that Trump and Clinton and Obama and Biden were all colluding to overthrow the U.S. government together. Like this is all some big thing that they're doing. He was very crazy.
What's happening right now?
He's on
Well,
fire from downtown.
I can get the "he's on fire" drop. I can throw that right in.
Speaking of fucking nutbags who think it's all one thing, I was on the way over here, and for the hour and 40 minutes before that, I was listening to Tucker Carlson on Rogan.
Yeah.
I didn't even bother with that shit. Dude.
Oh god. Oh my.
He was on Kill Tony also.
Oh god. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He showed up.
I just. You know, Dr. Phil's at the Comedy Mothership tonight.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
The real one?
The real Dr. Phil?
Yeah. Or is it
Is there a
Adam Ray?
fake Dr. Phil?
Yeah, Adam Ray.
No, it's the real Dr. Phil. I think.
Okay.
I think.
Does Adam Ray do a Dr. Phil?
Adam
thing?
Ray does Dr. Phil. That's what
Yeah.
that probably is. It's probably Adam Ray as
But
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil's been on Rogan,
Yes.
so I could see him. Is he like
I'll have to look at
on
the poster.
stage, or is he just there? What's going on?
No, he's on stage.
Trying to do comedy? Just I don't know what.
I don't know. So
It's Adam Ray.
I don't know. Is it Adam Ray? I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
I saw the poster. It's sold out because it's Adam Ray doing Dr. Phil. They
Okay.
just call it Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil's fine with it. It makes his name go. Dr. Phil's not
Berserkers.
funny. He's a dumb fuck.
Well,
He's
this
a fake
is just
doctor.
one.
So is Adam Ray. They're both fake doctors.
Adam Ray's as much of a doctor as Dr. Phil, right?
I mean, who's more famous, Dr. Phil or Catch Me Outside OnlyFans girl? He's the kingmaker. He's a princess maker.
Yeah, right.
So I told my wife about the comedians getting booked for the thing. And it was her idea. She was like, "Oh, you could use Annex." So I asked her brother. He said it's fine. And then once it starts to come together, of course,
Oh, right.
women aren't linear. They do side quests.
Right.
So I'm on a main mission, and she's, on her head on a swivel trying to find bonus materials and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to save the world. Please, let's not talk to the flower lady. Everything with girls is like. So she was like, "Well, where's everybody going to pee? I don't want them to pee on the shop." And I was like, "That's the first thing that you give a fuck about." I just told you I booked these 5 people, and you immediately went to pee on your brother's building. Nobody has to pee. It's a pop-up. It's a 2-hour pop-up. Piss shit beforehand.
Yeah.
Go shit after.
You
I'm not
actually-
renting a fucking honeypot.
You should actually say that in whatever promotional thing goes
Yeah.
out, like pee and poop beforehand. There's
Sure.
there's
I'll do that.
Facilities here.
Yeah, take a doo-doo on your own time.
Right.
Maybe we
This
should
is
start a
company
Patreon to see if we can have
Get a honeypot?
we can have some people crowdfund the god awful
Porta-potty?
god awful porta potties.
Yeah.
We'll hold them hostage.
We could brand them with our logo. We could do all kinds of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
shit on our
Put a
face.
QR code on every
Yeah,
episode.
right.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
That you can tip.
Man, I got into some hot water on Friday night, so it was my buddy John's birthday.
Set yourself on fire.
I set myself on fire. And I went to I don't know, Machine Works something or other.
The brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of ass in that place.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's where is it?
East Austin.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
East Austin and it's a brewery. It's,
Cesar Chavez and
yeah.
whatever.
If it's not gay, it's a brewery.
It was not gay.
Oh,
it's
dude.
super in the-
Well,
that.
sorry. Pause. I went to University Co-op the other day because I had to go pick up a hat, and that I was like, there are shorts here. Like there are so many. Like, are you 19? Are you 19? Is
Dude.
that? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, we have to turn your couch around
was-
actually for hot girls walking.
Yeah,
the clock.
right.
It's right about now.
Oh god damn it!
You'd be creeping it with a
Right.
mustache in the mirror. Hey, ladies,
You should have
are
just
you
had-
18 yet? I don't really care.
You should have just wear a Free Palestine shirt. You would have got so much.
Oh my
pussy.
god. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
That was the best war joke I heard. Did I tell you that one?
No.
You know why the Jews are trying to take Gaza?
What was that?
They saw a sign that said "Free Palestine." It's not mine. We saw it in a mic. So I was thinking of names for the event. I think I want to call it Surprise Jungle because it's going to pop up.
Yeah. Yeah.
different
It's a surprise
places.
jungle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in
And
a
that's
jungle
our-
of metal
that's our
jungle.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, I also just I kind of like the recurring theme of surprise around here. Like we talk about surprises a lot, like surprise dick in the mouth, like
Yeah.
there's so many surprises.
the hot water machine works.
Yeah.
We keep going off. We
You
keep
just
going
said
off,
you,
yeah.
you just said the other day you're like we're getting so good about like
Yeah.
staying on track.
I'm producing. I'm keeping
Yeah,
us on
that's
track.
it.
Yeah.
You
So
have 41 seconds to talk about the hot
we we're at a okay go we're at the Machine Works place for my buddy's birthday and we're drinking and before we even went she's like I only want to like go and have like a couple drinks and so we had like a couple drinks. I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, I'm good. Like, yeah, we're good. Let's hang out. Like, is this fun? She's talking with the girls and stuff like that. Well, I guess I had a couple drinks more or a half a drink more than was the acceptable amount.
He's on
that
fire.
She had
Yeah.
in her head after she said we could stay.
Yeah.
And then we got home and whatever, and she was pissed off. And then the next morning we woke up and I was like, we woke up and she was like pissed off, and I'm like, hey, what's the
hang
deal?
It was like the next day pissed off?
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
God.
and she's like, you drove us home drunk. And I'm like, no, well, I mean, we're home.
I remember it.
Yeah, we're home. And she's like, you messed up every single word to that Rilo Kiley song.
That's how you know.
It's 17
that's-
miles to the good land.
Okay. Cool. I haven't listened to Rilo Kiley since 2004. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, get
That's
the
how
fuck
she
off.
knew you were drunk. That's the new cop test. Can you do the alphabet backwards and sing Rilo Kiley?
Walk this line and sing Rilo Kiley.
Dude, I've listened to so much Rilo Kiley. They for the longest time they were one of my favorite bands. I mean, while they were together,
Yeah.
I could probably do it like falling down drunk. I could sing Rilo Kiley.
Well, let's test that assumption next time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like we're in a
God awful challenge. We'll do a whole episode. on
Karaoke.
it.
Me too.
It's a jail. It's a jail thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chris just brought up a stupid fetish.
Stupid fetish.
Yeah. So what's the stupid fetish that you're talking about?
choking.
Kids,
kids wanting to
kids
choke
are into choking each
You're not
other.
supposed
Yeah.
to go where there's not air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a place where there isn't any air.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
like
go to there.
I could get down with a lot of stuff, but like I'm really gonna get choked out by some
Yeah.
25-year-old chick. Like,
Well,
I
that
don't
was the
think
dude
so.
that we went and saw at Heath's show. I would totally love to give him credit, but I can't remember his name. He said him and his wife love to play this game where they put their hands around each other's necks and choke until one of them passes out, and whoever passes out first gets raped. That's that's what you win.
the only thing about that, I love this joke, by the way. I think it's a great joke, but like if the dude passes out, does he have a hard on? Like,
Yeah, right.
I mean, I feel like you have to pull some fucking
No,
magic.
he's getting
with that
butt
shit.
raped.
He's getting butt raped.
He's getting a piece of the thing that
There-
screws off of the bed.
Yeah, there are
Pole,
dildos.
the wooden thing.
involved. Right? The
decorative
bed knob.
Yeah, bed
knob.
knobs and broomsticks.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. There you go. Hey. That's the name of the game. Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be
You
fun.
lose.
Man, that's a good tag.
Yeah.
If that dude had done the tag shit, we could have tagged it with like we call the game bed,
That's happening
bed
right
knobs
now.
and broomsticks.
Nathan from Australia is there. Lucky Duck. They're having one right now.
Is it
Really nice.
Is it too? It might be too much. So just tell me if it's too much. But like, so I've never had a chick try to like do stuff with my butt.
No,
And-
I'm ready to die not doing anal or heroin. I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping to be on my deathbed.
I haven't done
at
heroin
peace,
either. Yeah,
Going, I didn't do anal or heroin.
right.
Heroin, crack, and meth were always my three. That I'm like, I'm not gonna do those.
Again.
But of course, I love fucking oxys and hydrocodone.
Oh, yeah.
So
The
I guess
sewer,
that kind of
there's-
counts, right?
There's no air in the sewer. I don't
Yeah.
go to the place, the poop,
Right.
It's a little
poopy places.
I don't go to the meth places, the crack places, or the heroin places.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I had this real straight laced salesman one time. We went to this gay bar in North Hollywood. We were all three of us straight married dudes, whatever. But by the
I
way,
got the drugs there.
so much ass. This
Yeah.
North Hollywood.
Oh, especially in Hollywood, right?
yeah.
yeah.
But it's a gay bar. But
right.
like
But the women will go to the
Yeah.
That's where all the pills are at.
So much ass to this gay bar.
That's where all the poppers are. That's where all the amyl nitrate is to loosen that butthole up.
loosen it up.
Yeah.
And he was
And
telling
there's
me,
air in there. Finally.
Now I can go where there's air. I put air there. Yeah.
But
Dude,
he felt very comfortable telling me at this gay bar how like he loves when his wife throws a digit up there, and I was like, you?
Yeah.
Like, I actually didn't think you. He's like a Muslim dude, like you
Yeah.
know. Like,
Yeah, keep it frosty. Single digits. Don't go in the double digits.
I felt like
I like it where she goes where Allah does not look. If Allah does not look.
I felt like
If it is a female, Allah turns his head. Allah turns his head if the finger is your ass and your ass is your woman.
So
If it is a man's finger, Allah is like, no, there's sin. Yeah. Is that a good
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Anyway.
no, I was talking about the Bible and doubting Thomas and who he does it. You remember doubting Thomas, the
When he
apostle?
didn't believe that Jesus was
Yeah.
back.
He didn't
That's such a
believe-
Trump
yeah.
nickname. Jesus is like doubting Thomas. He never believes me.
Yeah, doubting Thomas.
Sleepy
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It would actually be really cool to ask Trump if he knew about doubting Tom. He wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
He would have no.
Yeah,
fucking
well,
idea.
they asked him what his favorite Bible verse
wrote the
was. He's
Bible,
like,
so
I'm not going to tell you because they're all important to me.
Yeah. That's a surefire sign that you know even one
Yeah.
story in the Bible.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to get the dumb church thoughts. Because there are
Yeah.
church thoughts. You
Right.
just say John 3:16. That's the most basic bitch church thought.
Right.
Trump is the kid
Yeah.
with the book report where he's like, this book was very, 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 very. Gives a word count.
Yeah, he's the word count kid. Yeah.
Now
right.
he's Stinky Don though. He keeps farting in court.
He's
While the
farting
dude's
in court?
outside on fire,
Well,
he's in there
he's
farting.
falling asleep. Maybe he's falling asleep and farting in court. So speaking of ways for us to make money to buy the porta potties,
Oh yeah.
I came up with the absolute perfect slogan, T-shirt, sign, everything for Donald Trump's campaign for this year, and I really want to make it, and I know it would sell. It's the picture of Trump, his mugshot, right? That one that's all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah,
And at
yeah.
the top it says Trump 2024, and at the bottom it says "Let it happen."
Nice.
Don't you think that would be
Yeah.
like the
Tame
Trump
Impala.
people would think it's hilarious
Yeah.
because we're kind of like making a rape joke, and
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And then
It's
of
the
course
Tame
the
Impala song.
people on the left would be like, see,
The
it's gonna
mugshot.
rape.
Yeah,
it's gonna-
yeah.
he wants to rape you.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
look how horrible
Dark
these
branded.
people are, and then I would just make more and more and more and more
Yeah.
money.
I would actually be pretty down to start like a little T-shirt business. Like,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of real like I had this idea about like
Catheter Zeta Jones t-shirts.
Right, exactly. I mean, that would totally work. I also I had this one where I thought about like having a Capri Sun, like standing kind of like up on like a pedestal and the like a high C and like other juices below it.
Yeah.
And it says King of the Juice.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I have one. So this is kind of an involved one, but you're not too much older than me. You watched Aladdin when you were a kid.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved Aladdin. It was
Oh,
one of my
Aladdin.
favorite.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Oh,
Disney
yeah,
movies.
yeah.
I had the
Good teenagers, take off your clothes.
I had the original soundtrack, and the soundtrack has what the lyrics were at the beginning of the Arabian Nights when he says, "Where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face," but they
Yeah.
had to change it because it's too barbaric.
Right.
But hey, it's home, I want one that's a picture of Agrabah, a shirt. And then the shirt shirt says where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face.
The merchant
Yeah.
is good though.
That'd be so good. Wouldn't it?
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That would really like hit the millennial crowd too.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I
gotta
had
use
another
that
one that
merchant-
was
that merchant
Doge,
as
and
well.
it just says I'm pretty good at memes.
Yeah.
And it's just like the lamest meme, like whatever the most old, outdated meme.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of T-shirt ideas. It'd be
I
great.
feel no. I mean, I honestly, I feel like this would be a pretty good pivot idea. Instead
Yeah.
of spending Sunday nights doing this, we'll spend Sunday nights coming up with shirts. I have a Cricut machine at home,
Nice.
and we'll just make that shit
Hell yeah.
and like iron them on.
And
Like,
Josh knows Adobe Illustrator really well. He
Oh,
can
really?
make these. I mean, he made our God Awful Gospel Hour logo. He can do that kind of rasterized
I
kind
made
of
the
stuff.
Last of Sluts. The
Yeah,
Last of Us
Sluts,
poster. I made I Am Dumb for IMDUMB.
oh man,
Yeah.
oh,
Stretched it out.
yeah, I like that. Yeah,
I have a Shittles for the Skittles
I like.
that I made. Shout out Commander Snacks. He's the one that's been downloading and listening to every episode.
Oh, good.
So we have one mega fan that has listened to every single show.
Obviously, Commander Snacks knows what the fuck is going on.
Hell yeah,
Please contact us on social media if we're missing any minority groups or anything that we need to insult some more.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
The light blue section of the flag,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
The LGBT flag. Donnie, your Asian lady story got muted on TikTok and mine didn't. So mine was just about asking Ivy if she saw the lady,
Yeah.
but you said you smiled. I think that was the only
Yeah.
difference.
Okay.
Her eyes
Because you
got
liked it,
three
you got in
s-
trouble.
Yeah, your capper, her eyes shrunk 3 sizes that day.
was my
Maybe
fault.
That was what did it. Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh, the racism.
It's too much. There's a level. That was the multiplier. It was a Tony Hawk multiplier.
We're gonna let it go, but then you say her eyes too small.
Chris, what is your ancestry? Did you do ever any of those pee in a cup, jizz in a thing?
No, because dude, I'm a weird. So I'm not like a super conspiracy theorist, but I'm weird about like
Sending
letting
your DNA into the
Your
internet.
dad's
as
from
Bill
Brooklyn.
Burr
Is he
says.
Italian? Are you Italian?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, so so here's the thing. I'm weird about
Disgusting.
it. My fucking dad's not weird about it, so he did it.
Yeah.
And so supposedly my dad's 50% Italian. That's like what he always thought.
Sicilians are part eggplant.
Are we gonna do a true romance thing right
Somewhere,
now? Like,
somebody spent the evening in the quarters.
So blonde hair became dark hair. Blue eyes became dark eyes.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't killed anyone in a long time.
Yeah, it's
Killed a man since 1986.
It was mostly. I thought I was mostly Italian growing up, and then my dad did a thing, Ancestry, 23andMe, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
and it's like mostly Jewish diaspora.
What?
My brother.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, that's right.
And
then
you have a
When you
slightly
lean forward, I was
prominent
checking
nose.
to see if you're circumcised. Just
Yeah.
From your outline of your.
these shorts are pretty
You
short.
have to confirm these
shorts
things.
are
You
pretty
can't
short.
just say it.
I just
You have a merchant's nose.
Don't cut it off to spite your. Have you ever been in a threesome?
I'm gonna skip that one.
If you do two, if you did two, did you do a sixth-some?
I mean, there's
You can parlay one into the other.
You know, there's been some stuff.
You know they stack, right?
Has a friend of yours ever done a threesome?
Yes,
we can talk about that guy.
Dude, I've had so many friends who've done threesomes.
Oh, those guys are slutty guys.
Let's put it this way: I've never been surprised. Wait, it wasn't surprised. It was tricked.
You never been tricked into having a
I've
threesome?
never been tricked into having a dick in my mouth or a dick in my butt.
Okay.
That dude's gullible.
This is a gullible dude. One time I had like a
good
butt
thing
thing when I was a kid, and the doctor was like, he was like trying to get his finger up my butt, and he's like, "Son," he's like, "you're gonna have to loosen up." And it's like, loosen up. You're trying to stick your goddamn finger up my butt, bro.
This is the worst situation I've ever been in my entire life, and I'm 6.
Yeah.
I know it's not much, but nothing bad like this has happened in the
man.
last 5 years.
I had been bleeding from my butt, and I told my dad, and he's like, "You have a hemorrhoid," and I'm like, "I don't think so. I think it's worse than that." He's like, "Fine, let's go to the doctor. You'll see what happens." And he took
Yeah.
me to the doctor. Whew. Yeah, we're talking about my asshole bleeding right now. That's the thing that's happening. Have you guys ever had asshole bleed issues?
Oh,
or-
dude, I had the worst hemorrhoid of my life right whenever COVID hit. So for like the first 3 months of COVID, I had like a bubble on my anus. It was painful. And it was from lifting weights because I've mentioned it before, but right when COVID hit, like for the year and a half before COVID hit, I was working out 4 days a week, and it was probably like a strain or something. Like I popped, like I was doing lots and lots of like deadlifts and squats and things like that. And you know how things just kind of, the tension just kind of happens.
Yeah.
It was, and I've never had one since, but it was pretty terrible.
I never bled from the asshole. I would start crying. It seems like the worst thing I can imagine.
It's not. It's not.
I
pretty.
mean, that's why your poop is brown, because there's blood in it. But
Right.
that's a long time ago blood.
Yeah.
That's not anybody's business.
I was like, I'm a
Well,
bitch. I'm leading that in between my legs. Send me down the river. Put me in the
That's-
cave.
That's a long time ago blood. I like that.
You don't need to worry about that blood. That's digestion blood. Have you ever been blacked out so bad that people told you the next day and you were like, I don't believe it?
Yeah. So I.
So I've had people jog my memory and I'm like, you know what? I think I do remember a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Like it'll come back if people tell you. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're really blacked out,
Yeah.
you're like, bullshit.
Yeah. Oh well.
I didn't
So
do that.
my high school friends call me the Hell Beast when I black out.
Yeah.
Like they call me the Hell Beast because I get real gnarly. I get real physical.
Nice.
Like real physical.
Okay. Hockey game time.
Like yeah.
I'm in a hockey game forever.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we've never got that drunk together before where I've been like even close to it. But
No way to go camping.
we gotta go camping. You wanna go camping?
Behind your house.
We go camping.
No girls allowed in the man woods.
Have you guys?
We're gonna build a fort.
Have you camped in a good place? Like I've actually camped. In some
None of
pretty
us have had a
spots.
threesome or bled from the asshole, so we're going to stay in the woods together. Don't worry about why.
We're gonna stay in the woods and get blackout drunk. Yeah.
Oh
Ooh,
man,
nice.
there's some
Hey,
black titties.
it's Black Titties. We're watching Children of Men. I just put it on.
Children of memories.
Have I? I've never. Can I tell you my black titties story? I have this really good black.
Okay, yeah, that
good.
sounds good to me. Black Titties story. Yeah.
That's a good band name.
That's good content.
We're
Let's see- let's hear
literally,
it.
we're literally like looking at black titties as we speak.
Yeah.
That's another good band name.
So-
You wanna go see with the Black Titties? The Black Titties are playing with the Black Keys and the White Stripes and Black River Motorcycle Club.
So I was in New York, and man, sorry, the black titties are just right there. So anyway, I was in New York, and me and it's like jazz music playing in my head, and there was this me and this guy were having this conversation. We're smoking a cigarette, and we're having a pretty serious conversation. This guy's like an orphan. He had some like shit going on in his life, and all of a sudden we hear from across the street this group of 4 girls just walking by, and this one girl yells, "Hey, hot white boys!" And I look up, and this girl flashes us,
Hell yeah.
and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that was fucking dope.
I just cheated on my wife.
I just cheated on my wife
By accident.
And me and
I
this
can get away with this. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything.
Hey, Jesus.
Only way you can cheat on your wife.
Jesus said you committed adultery in your heart right there, so you're going to hell.
Oh, you have to kill yourself.
So late that night, you know, we're relishing in this shit, and now it's like 8 hours later, it's like 2 a.m, and we're on the street, and one of these vendors comes up to us, the black dude, and he's like got the jacket, and he's like, "Yo, you motherfuckers want some weed? You motherfuckers want to watch?" By the way, I'm doing his exact voice. This is a person's voice, not a generic.
What are you going to watch him
voice.
do? You want to watch? Want to watch me bang that girl with the titties earlier?
I like to watch, and I'm like, no, bro.
I like to swatch watch.
I was like, no, bro, I don't want any of that shit. I want to tell you something. And he's like, yeah, what's up, man? And I'm like, tonight, I saw the first black titties in real life that I've ever seen. And he goes, what the fuck did you just say, man? And I'm like, no. I'm like, I saw black titties, and it was awesome. And he's like, you're a motherfucking racist, man. I'm like, no, dude, I liked it. It was cool.
Per honorable customs, he has to buy you Cavassier at that point. If you tell a black man that you saw your first black titties, he has to get you a Drambuie. That's part of the.
He at least has to give you a Lucy.
He probably had Drambuie in his
He's gonna
jacket.
give you some Skittles, some
so,
shittles.
So I'm like, no, man, it was fucking great. And he's like, how old are you, man? And I'm like, I'm 32. And he's like, you're 32 motherfucking years old.
And you
And
ain't never seen no black titties?
you ain't never seen no black titties.
Yeah.
You're a racist. And I'm like, dude, no, you don't get it.
My mom told me not to go to that part of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
When I was little. So I'm a good boy.
Now, you don't go to the black titty
don't-
neighborhood.
that's-
Don't
I'm
go
not
to
a
that
bad-
neighborhood. Yeah.
That's where all the blacks are. You
I'm
might
not a
see some
racist. I just
titty.
listen to my parents. I'm a good listener.
There are a lot of black titties in that area. We don't go there. There's a lot of black.
God
black
damn,
breasts.
boy! You never seen no black titty.
Dude, that's the thing about black voices. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm talking to myself alone is just
Voice.
come up with phrases in a black voice,
Yeah.
and they always involve the N-word. And I'm like, why can't I just? Because it's really funny.
Yeah.
That's
So-
your inner monologue.
So what? Like one of
It's
one of me and my brother had an idea to start a podcast, and it was going to be called "Shut Up, You Gay," because we wanted to have a black guy and a gay guy,
Nice.
Yeah.
but just
Yeah.
in that voice, like. But I can't say it, right? I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to bleep it on this fucking
You're gonna have to
podcast
bleep it,
because
yeah.
we might have to take Cumtown rules that you can only say the N-word if you're quoting another white person saying it.
Right. I think that's a that's a good rule to live by. Basically.
Yeah.
So I tried the joke about the Nickelodeon documentary at the Opus,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it worked really well.
No, you're how long was it at Opus? Was it 4 minutes?
I was supposed to get 4 or 5, but I
Yeah,
didn't
4 or
even
5.
get the light. I just yielded the remainder of my time.
It was coming together.
Gentleman from Virginia.
Yeah, no,
yielded
it was
his
good at
time.
Opa. Yeah.
Did you go?
Yeah, I went and met him over at Opa on Tuesday,
Nice.
and we sat down. They first of all, the chick. Do you ever have it where like you go to a drive-through or something and they ask you a question and you say no and they think you say yes?
Yeah.
They hear no as
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that a lot lately. So this girl, I said I wanted a green tea latte with oat milk, and she said, "Was
You're a
it
faggot.
whole milk?" and right, and she said whole milk. I said no, oat milk, and then she went and made whole milk.
Oh, you're
Put whole
looking
milk
like
in it.
Luke Skywalker with your white green milk over there.
Yeah,
You had two
and,
big gold
and
green
so
milks.
and so she was like, I'll make you another one. And I was gonna say it was fine. And then she made another one with oat milk, and then she was like, "Do you know how anybody who would want this one?" And I said yes, and I just took both of them, and I was like, so I had 2 green milks like freaking Luke Skywalker.
Just looking at you like a birthday baby.
Yeah.
Look at it with his little green
Yeah,
milks.
and so I had them all lined up in front of me, but Josh went up and he did 5 minutes that were coming together. He seemed prepared.
Well, I went to see Louis C.K. in San Antonio, but because my wife is so opposed to Louis C.K., I lied to her and said that I went and saw T.J. Miller because it was the same night. And
worse.
literally, Louis C.K. starts with a joke. He's like, "Some of you have lied to people to be here
Yeah.
tonight." I was like, "You're goddamn right."
What is the deal with white women and Louis C.K. that you can make them see red? I've probably said this before with 4 words. I said it to Martin.
Because they got a new...
I forgive Louis C.K.
Oh, dude.
That is that will piss off any white one because they've all been instructed by their programming central that like what he did, and then when you ask them what specifically he actually
know.
did,
Yeah.
Power
they
dynamic.
don't- they
It's a
can't
power
tell you.
dynamic.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they gave him a new catchphrase. They love
Yeah.
it. It goes
Here's
with the
the thing.
patriarchy. It's the
mental
power dynamic.
load and
Here's
yeah.
the thing. I don't forgive Louis C.K. I don't forgive him at all. You know what? Fuck you, Louis C.K. for doing that.
Oh,
But I think you're really funny, and I'm going to go see you
I'm
anyway.
relying on all my favorite comedians to be total assholes and dicks.
Yeah.
What? Dude,
That's hilarious.
what the fuck happened to us just like accept as human beings, accepting the fact that geniuses who have extreme amounts of creativity
Yeah.
are also extremely
Yeah,
flawed.
Van Gogh
And-
cut his ear off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. pulled his fucking dick out in front of his assistant. and
Sorry.
jerked off. Sorry. Like,
Sincerely, sorry.
yeah.
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 But it's so funny to just those 4 words. I forgive Louis, or 3 words. Or I guess you say I forgive Louis. Oh my God! They say it's not even that you need to forgive him or whatever, but there is no forgiveness. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Because at what point that's one of the things. Like at least whenever growing up a Christian and all that shit, like growing up going to church, at least there was a concept of forgiveness.
Yeah.
There isn't actually any forgiveness with some of these.
No, in
things.
the new religion, there's no forgiveness.
Because he apologized. He said, "Who was it? Yeah, I did that. I'm sorry." He like said, "I'm gonna not do anything for a while or whatever."
Dude,
but
he gave
now,
white
like, there's no there. At what point do you forgive somebody?
Those
Right?
women should be sucking Louis' dick. He gave them so many new jingles and catchphrases. Implied consent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic consent. Yes means no now. They said
Yeah,
yes
yeah.
a bunch of times.
Last night we went to Damassi's.
Yeah, the Mediterranean buffet. Yeah.
Oh, with the cinnamon people on the floor. I want to live with the cinnamon girl.
And on the way home, we took my son's friend, and on the way home, my wife goes, "Hey, do you guys want to do a bang bang like Mediterranean and what like Chinese?" And the kid didn't know what that meant, and so
Yeah.
we told him, and I'm like, "Oh, do you know where that comes from?" And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh, it comes from a great show called Louie," and my wife's like, I brought
The
it
greatest
up.
television show of all time.
It is, dude. The episode where he's walking his kids to school and he has to shit.
Yeah, they go to like the grocery. They stop at the corner store and he just dumps the groceries and runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had, man. I feel like I might be just like connected to Louis. I told you last time about how that joke about the
He's your
Panties,
spirit
yeah.
animal.
yeah.
Louis
My
C.K. is my
spirit animal. He's my spirit animal.
Yeah.
And that happened to me. I walked my son to school, and I was and like we got halfway to school, and I'm like, "Bro, I'm sorry." I'm like, "I have to leave you now. You're gonna have to walk the rest of the way to school." And he's like, "Dad,
There's a
no!"
Bible verse of that. Where I go, thou canst not follow.
When I was a child, I shit like a child. I had a diaper, but when I grew up, I shit like a man.
Go now to that place.
Yeah. All right, let's take one more break. We'll be right back.
I don't know if this is like just my own observations with my own women folk, but like I feel like chicks just can't actually really have like other female friends.
They sabotage.
Yeah.
They can't not. They have self-sabotaging compulsions. It's part of having a vagina. I heard women can hear each other's holes open and close in a bathroom. Where I was telling you, my bathroom has like you can hear each other wiping your ass. This lady was on Reddit or
Yeah,
what
it
was
was like a Twitter. It was like something I saw go
It was
viral
like
on Twitter.
smacking
about,
when you're eating. Close your mouth when you're eating.
like girls
Yeah.
can if the bathroom's quiet, women can hear each other's holes opening and
That's
closing.
awesome. I don't go where there's not air. Speaking of where there's not air, okay, so I keep getting this Progressive insurance ad, and speaking of Reddit, of a flying car for insurance. And it's like, in the future, we're going to have flying cars. You need insurance. If two planes have a fender bender, no one needs insurance except the airline.
Right.
Those people are all fucking dead.
It's all over.
If you get in a wreck in a flying car, you don't need insurance. Your family needs insurance. Your children probably need insurance.
I'm flying. Oh, so I'm going to Boston again in a couple weeks, and then a few weeks after that, the whole family's flying, and we're flying on a 737 MAX 8.
Is that the one that's scary?
the one.
Yeah,
That's the one. And I'm like, man, like, so I'm not
that's the
upping,
one where like bolts fall out.
doors fall off and shit like that. Yeah. And so I'm like, I'm not upping my life insurance because the whole family's going to be with me. They'll all just go up
Yeah.
Yeah.
too, you know. But
Have you ever seen girls with sloppy enough labes where if it's blurry enough, you think maybe it's a micro penis and you get tricked into watching trans porn again?
If it's blurry enough.
At what level can your
Just
labes
squint.
be fat and sloppy enough where it could look like a micro penis? There's
Yeah.
a meeting area there somewhere.
So I definitely don't like a
A meteor. You don't like the beef curtain?
So actually, I do.
Yeah.
I actually do. But like, I feel like there's also a line where like it flops over and looks like a dick. That I'm like,
I want to do a bit about an autistic pedophile who only likes prime numbers and he has to start from the beginning. So he's like 1, 3, 5, 9. Stop, sir. I have to go in order and I only like prime numbers. There's an article about a gay Jewish teen who bragged about trying to bang his Nazi killer. There's a picture of him and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. I think we're looking at the same shit, same feed.
We're in the algorithm.
Yeah. So I saw that the other day
It's
too.
Jewish gay bragging rights. Like, I fucked this guy, the Nazi was
Yeah.
trying to kill me. I think Michael Douglas's father did that to a German lady in Hollywood. There's a story of him. The guy,
this is ringing some remote.
yeah,
bell
he's
for
like,
me.
you know that you like this penis? This is a Jew penis. And she was German. She was like, Eich, mein Gott.
Mein Gott.
Sorry, too late. Monster cop raped and abused 13-month-old baby.
What?
He was arrested on April 16th and held on $200,000 bail. I hate when people do that. It's not 13 months. It's a year and a month. Stop using the months. Your baby's too
I
old.
hate when people do that.
Fucking so unnecessary. That's the worst thing that happened.
That is the worst thing about this
worst
article.
thing
Yeah.
that I hate
Holocaust,
the most.
9/11, Challenger explosion.
Yeah.
Some lady had her nude video leaked of a gym because the Stairmaster thing ripped her top off. So then, or whatever, the treadmill.
Oh,
She fell and it ripped off her sports bra.
yeah,
So the gym got the footage and gave it to somebody,
yeah.
and now she's suing the gym. But like, I think you signed something at the gym that you're on film, right?
Probably.
But that's theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Weinstein by your gym.
Well, in fairness to her, the only time I want to hear about anyone doing anything at the gym is if like that sort of shit.
That'll
happens.
make your labia get sloppy enough to look like a micro penis. If you get it caught in that treadmill,
Dude, that'll like stretch that shit out. Did you see that?
A cheese grater on that shit.
That episode of oh god, what's it? How to with John Wilson, where the dude regrows his foreskin
No.
by tying his.
yeah, joking. JELQ.
We talked about joking, but then we
Joking.
never talked about that.
Okay.
The dude like ties like his foreskin to the bed behind him
Oh my God.
and like does this whole workout, and they show it, and it is fucking gnarly.
Oh.
I mean, I think about my penis a lot, but that's overboard.
Wasn't that like
You gotta calm down every once in a
That's not
while.
the kind of
Stop
shit-
That's a
thinking
little
about your
much.
penis.
That's a little much.
that's the kind of shit you'd see on Real Sex. You remember Real Sex on HBO?
Hell yeah.
It was always fat,
Yeah,
freaking
you thought it was gonna be
polygamous
hot, and
people.
So
15-year-old
It's
trying to
always
jerk
gross.
off to a guy
Polyamorous.
with something up his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, and it's all like, and it's guys who are like obsessed with having tiny dicks, so they
Yeah.
just walk around with their tiny little dicks, and then nasty, fat, gross women, and dudes who like to hang by their dicks for like a religious experience. That was all. That's that kind
That's
of
what
thing.
that
like,
show was. Yeah.
yeah, 'cause every time you see it, you think, oh man, it's gonna be something hot. There's gonna be a hot chick. No, it's always just fat, gross swingers.
And
That's what it always ended up being.
I hate to break it to everyone, but it wasn't anything like real sex. It was just
No.
extremely.
This is real sex.
It's extremely disgusting.
Wasn't there the one where
very
the
90s. Everything was stamped.
Yeah.
MTV News.
yeah, right.
Real sex.
real sex? Yeah.
I found an awesome new religious organization called the Christian Miscarriage Company. So this is like prison fellowship where they get you at your
Your
lowest.
lowest. Right. Right.
Are you had a miscarriage? Let's fool you.
Yeah.
Would you like to get fooled? Here's a box. Put money in the box before
Yeah.
you leave. And Microsoft bought Blizzard. Do you have stock options?
Whoa! I had a joke about the.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's like, bam, dude. It's like when you mix Jesus and those women who have a miscarriage and it becomes their entire identity.
Mm-hmm.
There are definitely
Yeah.
those people.
I'm a vegan.
Yeah.
In this house, we
Right.
believe.
Yeah. Aren't women are just like the Taco Bell of people.
Yeah.
There's only 7 ingredients and they just mix and match them in different ways, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah. Meme generators.
Big tits, small ass. Big tits, big ass.
Brunette. Merkin. Fun button.
I always felt really bad for
Floppy labes.
for like bigger girls who had small boobs. I'm like, this is like.
It's like God said "fuck you" twice.
It's
Yeah.
like a dumb Asian,
Yeah.
right? Like it's like you just
New
Damn, what is up with your cable?
Catheter
do you have the
Zeta
do you have the
Jones.
retarded cable?
God said "fuck you" twice by Catheter Zeta. Jones.
Oh, that was another one of my T-shirt ideas. It was big tits on a fat chick don't count,
Nice.
or big tits don't count if you're fat. I had like 2 or 3 different variations on
are
it.
you trying to make me feel bad about myself?
I have a friend with a feminism degree, and she doesn't talk about it much. She's very tolerant of men, which is nice. Thanks for your service.
Oh.
But she also said that
Salute
she
her.
wants to start a group, TikTok group, or a Facebook learning website and do classes to teach other women how to squirt on command, because she can squirt on command. And I was like,
That shit's
okay,
pee.
I command
Big.
you to squirt right now. And she was like, no. And I was like, just because of the command, because you're a feminist, or because you can't do it?
Are you lying? Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you can fib on
That's
command.
a
pretty
good
good.
way. That's a good way to catch her. You
I
squirt on
command
command,
you.
yeah.
You said you could do it on command. I can
Yeah.
burp on command right now. You want me to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just
Yeah.
just pee, right? It's pee.
Yeah, well, we
the
actually
first thing on her website is drink a lot of water first.
Yeah, we had this argument with Aaron Cheatham, and he was like he had like a really cool I get sex guy quote where he said anybody who says that's P ain't made that shit happen. So he says that he's made it happen and it's not P.
Yeah.
But literally every study and everything that anyone has ever did is that no, it's
They
P.
can't find the
P.
place on the human body. It's like the soul and the spirit.
Right.
Doctors can't figure out where
Yeah.
is that.
Yeah. What were you saying about Activision and Blizzard? You had a thing about
Microsoft bought Blizzard. Do you have stock options?
Long time
that.
ago.
Well, yeah.
Are you turning out good on that? Did you get anything?
No.
That was after your time.
You got rid of all your Blizzard money.
It was after my time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when I worked at Blizzard, there was no stock options. They did this thing. They called it profit sharing, and I don't know. It was fine. Like,
But Microsoft said in their press release when they bought them, we're going to let Blizzard be Blizzard, which is funny given the conspiracy stuff about the Cosby Room. We're going to let them keep on raping.
be Cosby. Yeah. Well, that's what Activision said too before Bobby Kotick raped the shit out of the culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's ignoring the elephant in the room, which is all this horrible, horrible shit that all these companies did and all this horrible things that these creative people did. And then we get rid of those and the quality of the creative product goes down.
Yeah.
It's like, how much are you willing to accept in order for the things to be good,
Trying to
right?
make a show or
Right.
trying to make a statement.
Right.
Obviously, I'm a Jew, and I'm fine with Kanye saying whatever he wants as long as he's going to keep pumping out.
You're an Italian Jew. That's different.
Yeah.
That's like Greek. I got baby drunk last night.
Oh.
When you have enough beers and you start just talking to your wife like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit. She was like, how drunk are you? And I looked at the armchair next to me and there's like 5 beers and I put my hands on either end and I was like, I'm this many.
This many.
I'm a big baby.
Was it just like a night at home kind of drunk?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Chiaki and Donnie came over, but then
It was a Tuesday.
I got excited
was a
that there was
Tuesday.
company and drank a lot. And then they were gone and then I was drunk.
And it was turning to 420.
420, bro.
that night. It was Friday night.
That's my
you know.
son. My son's birthday is 420. It was
You
Nice.
know, Hitler baby.
yeah, he's dude. It's so funny. When he was little, he's like, "I'm a Hitler baby." And my wife's like, "How dare you?" He'll say that.
In this house.
Man, how awesome would it be if he shared a birthday with Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I got Jackie Chan and Francis Ford Coppola. Has anybody done this? I want to make a bar graph of how many Twin Towers there were over time from 2001 to 2002 with 4 spaces. And the first 2 are 2 big bars.
Yeah,
And then the last 2 are not anything.
that would be pretty good. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Speaking of birthdays and 9/11, my wife's birthday is 9/11.
oh yeah,
Nice.
I have multiple friends whose birthdays are 9/11. It's weird.
It's
There's a never forget joke in there.
it's a national,
you'll never forget it.
it's a national tragedy, folks. 9/11.
My wife. That's like my gender reveal joke. My wife's birthday's on 9/11.
No, it's where
I'll
you
never
forget her
it.
birthday
Yeah.
and you're at work and you hear something on the radio about the Twin Towers and you're like, fuck.
Fuck, I gotta go buy a
I
present
never
now.
forgot either one of them.
I totally forgot this shit.
Today marks the 23rd anniversary.
Did your wife get big old honkers when she got pregnant?
Yeah, she had really small boobs before.
This is my favorite thing about the patriarchy. The best way to make bitches have huge sloppers is with your dick. The only way they can get natural, real fat ones and
Yeah.
not be fat
Yeah.
and not get surgery is from my penis squirting and making a baby, and then you get titty boobs.
Big tits do count if you're pregnant. They don't count if
yeah,
you're fat.
yeah.
And that's
They do
not a
count if you're
patriarchy,
pregnant. Yeah.
and that's not capitalism, and that's nature.
No, the nature is patriarchy.
That's systemic.
Yeah.
Nature is a system.
Man,
Nature has been performing systemic patriarchy on everybody since the beginning of time.
Why
Stop
did-
it, Mother
Why
Nature.
did nature make men so strong where they could beat up women and women couldn't fight against them, so men could just
not fair.
rule them? It's not fair.
Only way to get hot sloppers with a load of jizz in my pussy.
people. I don't know, man. We're talking about the butt stuff and all that, and I have to say one of the things I actually am like super into is the pregnant chick.
Hell yeah, it's natural. It's the fertility goddess.
Yeah.
This is another 1,000-year-old thing.
Right.
They were
But
worshiping those a long time ago.
one time I
It's
helped
a
my
series of circles. It looks nice. It's like the Olympics logo. Look at all these circles.
one time I helped a buddy move, and when we were done, we were pretty young. We were probably like 19, 20. I helped him move, and we were done. He was like, "Hey, man, I don't really have any money to buy you food or to like really give you anything, but you can have this." And he handed me a Taboo magazine, and it was like
Nice.
Excellent.
pregnant chick on the front. I was like, "That's fine, I'll take that."
Dude, the Catholic Church got away with the biggest pimp move I've ever heard of. They're trafficking boys. That means those priests were emailing each other like, I got a good one over here in Philadelphia. You want me to get it down to D.C. for you? I can put it on to the next. Pimps can't even do that. They're too competitive. Nobody would call another pimp and be like, you can't have any of my hoes.
No, yeah,
These priests were like, I want to bless you with this, brother.
I want to bless you with this, brother.
I got a blessing for you, brother.
Oh man.
You're going to want to tell your youth group leader.
Well, is it a big surprise? They're the largest landowner, the number one landowner, right? The Catholic Church.
I mean, that's all RICO.
I think so.
That's
Still,
the
I think probably,
trafficking,
yeah.
sex, drugs.
The
religion.
Vatican,
It's-
as a country, is like I think the biggest consumer of seafood.
Is that all 4 letters of RICO?
I think it's how any organization happens, right? Like if it wasn't the Catholic Church, it would be something else. It'd be something else. It's like that's just like any collective where you're just sending money to the top. That's eventually what happens, right? They buy up all the land and
Yeah,
they do everything.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty. Like when you get into like the actual facts of things, you're just like, man, this is really, really messed up.
This is a
Like
really fucked up thing.
it's like how, Israel can just do whatever they want. They can just murder people, they can just blow up babies because who's going to say not to?
yeah,
I mean, it will be us and we're not going to say not to, right?
we're the only ones who can say
Yeah.
not to. Yeah,
Yeah.
We need to get that dude that was telling people to stop calling him sir at restaurants to go to Six Flags and be like, there's 7 flags now. It's my gay flag now. It's one of the 7 flags of Texas. The LGDP greater than, less than.
We might,
divided by.
if they tried to force that on us, that might actually get Texas to secede.
Yeah.
They've been
Civil
talking about it. They've
War.
been threatening it for so many
Yeah.
years, but we
Kristen
could
Dunst is
easily.
going to have to bring out the sloppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start taking pictures of this shit.
Bring out the sloppers.
So I've been having a problem with that's repeating in my life, and maybe you guys can help me. I'm trying to recognize the red flags of psychos. They creep into your life and eventually go, I'm sorry I fucked up your life. It's actually because I'm sick.
Are we talking about your neighbor? Or?
I'm talking about a bunch of 5 different people that have happened recently.
a
with
bunch
this
of
shit.
yeah.
And it's just a theme for like 2024 even so far.
Are you like telling me something directly right
No,
now?
I'm
or-
getting tired of people saying, I'm sorry I fucked your life up. It's because I'm sick and now you're an asshole because
Yeah.
you're not tolerant towards my divergent,
right, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
the
it's a
fuck.
way to turn things around.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So it's either going to be a joke about trying George W. Bush for war crimes
Yeah.
and him just going, hey,
yeah.
doesn't give a fuck. He don't even know what it is. Or Hitler in Nuremberg trials, or one of his Goebbels, or one of those people,
Yeah.
just going up to the stand and being like, well, I'm retarded, so you can't persecute
Hey,
me.
it's my Benito Mussolini. It's sorry, I'm a retardi.
Hey,
Molto
Vincenzo Ritardi,
ritardi.
molestanti.
My brain, he is a retardi. You cannot blame me.
But yeah, and then the other thing that I've noticed millennials would like to say is this too shall pass. Like, what's her face? Osborne's girl got a tattoo that said this too shall pass, and it's a good way of like getting out of accountability.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't know, where it's tomorrow's a new
That's
day.
my feelings.
Yeah.
But then when they want to be LGBTQ, whatever, divergent, neuro,
yeah.
that's not going to pass. Your
That's
parents
not gonna
go, oh,
pass,
it's just a
yeah.
phase. And they're
Yeah.
like, no,
No.
I was
There-
born, you cummed into mom this way, made her tits huge. That's your fault. You should have hit it from the back like it was having sex with no strings attached.
Oh man. Yeah.
I want equality, but I want to also be rare and mythical.
Yeah, man.
And Pokemon.
We want it all. You know, we want it every which way, as long as it all kind of fits with like whatever the thing we are feeling at the moment.
You know,
is.
that's the kind of thing that sucks with like, especially whenever like creating and things like that. It's like I can go from being like all about like completely 100% invested in something, and the next day I wake up and I'm like, fuck this. I wanna fucking do this. I want to fucking edit this fucking episode. Fuck you.
That's how dudes
I
end up.
don't want to. I was like, you stupid goddamn retard brain. What the fuck is wrong with you? You were all about this 12 hours ago. And
Yeah.
now you're like, stupid. I don't
This
like
is
it.
dumb.
I want to just fucking surf the internet.
That's
I
how you
wanna
end up
try-
with a garage full of hobby sport.
Yeah.
yeah.
machinery.
Oh yeah.
It's just a mausoleum to your that month.
Right.
You were thinking, I'm gonna fucking, I'm a windsurfer.
This is the time. This is.
It's like my old roommate. He buys a $1,200 piano, like electronic keyboard thing. And I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Dude,
That it
that's
was
gonna
going
be
to
mine.
sit in his
I'm gonna get
office
that shit.
room for a year and a half. And he was never going to touch it. My niece played it more than he did. And then she came over one time and played it for 10 minutes.
He tried to sell it to me.
He did?
I'm doing it.
Oh, you're gonna do it into.
I don't
Are you
need
gonna
it now.
will it into the universe?
I don't need it now. I need it whenever it's the price that I like.
Can I put it on layaway? Oh.
Once it gets low enough, that's when I need that piano.
Yeah.
But until then, I have a piano already.
You would get so much more use out of you than it would with him.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm ready to do some fucking blind man. I'm going to gouge my eyes out. I'm going to be Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
This is such like a middle-aged dude thing to do, to just be like, I'm into this thing for the last 5
Yeah.
minutes. I'm spending a lot of money on
It's
it.
like losing your keys and yelling at your kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I eat, Dad? Nothing matters until I find the keys. Shut up, everybody.
Yeah. I feel like because I had kids young and basically was just like poor throughout, like having kids. I don't know. I'm just like tuned to not doing that. Like I didn't ever have enough money to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm getting into this now, so I'm going to spend a fuck ton of money on it.
Right. All the things that I get into are really things that I've realized over the past couple of years. I'm like, really haven't changed that much.
Yeah.
I still get excited about the same things I got excited about whenever I was a kid in the
Right.
same ways.
Right.
And then, I have 15 different things that I have pursued over the last, 25 years. But I never quite get far enough to just buckle down and like this is all I'm doing.
Right.
It's like I'm the guy who can't decide in the character creator what my my strengths are going to be. I want it all. I want to be able to do all of it.
Yeah.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
That's why I get my kids into origami. I'll fucking buy paper all day.
Oh, yeah.
You like origami? It's Chinese. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got purple paper today. Daddy
Yeah.
really went out of his way on the way home from work to the paper store. So you don't know where you're from or what your family, whatever?
I mean, Jewish diaspora. They said if I had,
You keep saying this word, and I don't think it means what you think it means. What's the diaspora?
It's whenever you
Do you
jerk off.
diaspora and your wife? It's big tits.
It's whenever
It's
you spread a map across the floor and then you jerk off and all the little spots where your jizz lands.
So
Yeah,
it's a sport.
that's the
It has to do with
diaspora.
spores.
Yeah.
It's a
that's
sport.
funny. I just jizzed on a map earlier, so that's a very kind of
What
very,
you do
very relevant thing
in your globe in your own time is your own business.
Pregnant women, maps. Yeah.
which you do between
He likes
yourself,
circles. He likes globes.
Yeah.
your pets, your globes.
The Olympics.
It's your own business.
Pregnant bitches.
Jerked off on a glove because it reminded me of a pregnant belly.
It's like, oh god damn it, that looks like a pregnant belly. I want to jerk off on Africa.
So you have did you not know Jewish or were you like, yeah, we got some Jewish in us or
My dad's adopted, and he kind of knew that.
Yeah.
But we didn't realize it was going to be so prevalent, I guess.
Okay,
And
okay.
so, but it said, like, for my dad, it said if you were going to call yourself anything,
yeah.
because they do that whole like summary, like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're going to call yourself anything, you should call yourself Greek. I'm like,
Right.
wait, what now? It's like I had never heard Greek ever.
Okay,
So the whole like Jewish diaspora, like basically being from that region.
Yeah.
I guess between that and Italy, they just like summed it in the middle.
Yeah,
and
well,
said
maybe it
Greek.
should be Tony Spanakopita.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
yeah.
Tommy Diaspora.
Yeah.
You got your diaspora all over the globe. Yeah, I listened to the new Nick Cave, Amy Winehouse movie soundtrack. It was pretty good.
Oh.
It's atmospheric, outside, chilling music.
Nice.
I don't
I
really
didn't know about this.
If you like Peaky Blinders, you like Nick Cave.
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
going to get a
The
lot of
Red
fucking
Right Hair.
Nick Cave and White Stripes.
And Right Stripes and Radiohead and Arctic Monkeys. It's really interesting selection of music in Peaky Blinders.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. That's all over the
Anachronistic.
place.
You're about to see some black pussy with booze all over it.
You see that Cillian, whatever Murphy is going to be the actor that is in the new Far Cry.
Hell yeah.
Far Cry 7. There's always one. The last one was freaking Giancarlo Esposito, and then before that was another guy from Breaking Bad and all that. But this one is going to be
We always have
Peaky
a guy.
Blinders, man.
There's always
Dude.
a megalomaniac.
Far Cry 5 was me and my son's pandemic game.
Oh yeah,
Because like
is that the one with the
the Montana
Hispanic dude?
Hell yeah. Hope County, I have a mug.
one?
When it gets hot, you see the map.
Oh,
And it
that's
goes
rad.
away. It
That's
was
rad.
$2 at GameStop.
Dude, that's sweet.
That's cool.
That's sweet.
Pussy.
That was such a dope game.
Yeah.
It had planes. It had reliable planes where you could
Yeah.
get planes and have planes. That was one of the first times they had working like a plane system.
Yeah,
Where you
yeah.
didn't have to fuck with it forever
Yeah.
to get it flying.
And they had those like Hamas style hang gliders too. That was super fucking fun.
Yeah.
The Giancarlo Esposito one was good because they had like flying tuk-tuks with a wind thing on top.
All right, so that's the episode. Josh has to go to practice for his spot.
Hey,
Chris-
I'm a white guy, but I'm not. I'm Cherokee
Yeah.
Jew.
And Chris has to go murder his wife for our murder
Right.
podcast.
Murder
Damn it.
podcast.
Where are you on
I'm
that one,
coming.
dipshit?
I'm sorry, guys. Why are you gonna be so hard on me?
You can't make it obvious. You have to be able to stay away for a few. There has to be a delay in you getting arrested, so you can have some podcast episodes where we talk about, "Whoa, what happened to your wife, man?" And you can be like, "I don't know."
I have
You
one
can
more thing I have to tell
fake
you guys
cry. You can do all kinds of shit, and
Yeah.
then if we can set it up right, we can maybe have them come and arrest you while we're recording the
man.
podcast. That would
was-
be.
I'm
So
gonna.
amazing, and then we could zoom you from jail. We could pretend
Oh,
to be
yeah.
your lawyers, and we could be like, "So, what's going on with the investigation?" Oh.
I really want this for you guys, so I'm gonna.
I love that for you.
I love
for you
that.
guys.
Let's just
I have one more
spirit
thing.
animal.
I was playing 2K golf last night with Norbert next door, and I was all high, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome. Video golf is the best." And then I found out I have it at my house for EA, the EA Pass, whatever that is, PGA Tour. But Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out, and they were already pretty sponsor heavy the first time around. Remember Subway?
Subway.
Oh yeah,
You could get a Happy Gilmore
yeah.
cup.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping they do. I'm sure they'll do some gay Yeti shit or whatever for Happy Gilmore too. But if they would do a PGA, video game DLC thing, 2K Happy Gilmore, they should just make a Happy Gilmore golf game.
Yeah.
They have enough characters. And they have that dumb jockey with the hair that flips up. Where were you on that one, dipshit?
Oh yeah.
And you could be the homeless jockey.
Yeah.
You could be Chubbs. You could be Shooter.
Yeah,
you could be the girl, the Happy Land with the pictures of beer lady.
Yeah,
That sounds like some good DLC, man.
Yeah, they got Cheech and Chong in Call of Duty.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've all got to take off, but we'll keep you posted on game streams and all the things in the future.
Live event.
10
months.
The gentleman.
These are
Put
10
it on your
months,
calendar.
10 months. Put it on your calendar.
The gentleman from Texas and California yields the remainder of the time. The court.
Bye.
The court.
See ya.